Today I will discuss the connection between the agriculture sector and the agro-based industries. Okay, as we all know that the agriculture sector is the backbone of our Indian economy. Why you can say that the agriculture sector is the backbone of our Indian economy? Because we know that agriculture sector contribute to our GDP at a great concerns. As we all know that the 17.5%, okay, 17.5% agriculture itself contribute to the GDP. Suppose the GDP is 100 rupees, then 17.5 rupees are coming from the agriculture sector. Okay, that's why it is the very, so it is a matter of a very great concerns. So we can say that the agriculture sector is the backbone of our Indian economy, and agriculture sector is also one of the source of employment. As we all know that approx 60% of India's population who engaged in the agriculture sectors. Okay, that's why the agriculture sector is called the backbone of our Indian economy. But my topic is, what is the connection between the agriculture sector and the agro-based industries? As we all know that agro-based industries are those industries which uses the raw material, means those industries who uses, means which means those industries who uses the raw material. Okay, then this industries is called the agro-based industries. Okay, so my topic is the connection. What is the connection between the agriculture sector and the agro-based industries? Okay, as we all know that the agriculture sectors support the food security. As we all know, without agricultures we cannot store the food. That's why agriculture sectors play a vital roles for our food security. We know that at current times India produces 230 million foods to feed the population of 1.2 billion. But at a future times, means 2050, one report in 2019 published by the some international agencies, and he suggested a one, means he published a one statement that India's population in 2050s crosses the China. Okay, so at the present time India produces 230 million tons to feed the population of 1.2 billions. Okay, but in future times India's population is increases so much. That's why the government's effort as at the agriculture sectors. That's why the government introduce time to time, means scheme introduced time to time. Okay, that's why agriculture sector is a very matter of a very great concerns. Okay, so the agriculture sectors and the agro-based industries. Suppose one example, suppose if the production of cotton in our economy will high. Okay, if the production of cotton will be high, then the industries, means those who are engaged in the industrial sector, then he get at a very low price. Okay, means the cotton raw material he get at a very low price, so he manufactures the cotton cloths at a very low price, then he sell in a market at a lower price. Then the common peoples, means me, you, okay, then we are getting at a very low prices. So one benefit is that, and second is the, when the prices is decrease, means when the prices of cotton is decreased, then it is cheaper. So this cheaper product will sell to the other countries, means export. So when the export will happen, then the government of India, means our economy, will earn a huge amount of forex or the foreign exchange reserves. And the foreign exchange reserves, we know that it is a very important for the economy, because if the forex will be deficit, okay, if the forex will not so much at a significant level, then it will create a deficit balance, and we know that what is the disadvantage of a balancing deficit. Okay, so that's why the agriculture sectors and the agro based industries are interlinked with each others. Okay, and we know the agriculture sectors is also very important for the rural development. Okay, suppose one example, suppose when the cotton production will be high, when the cotton production will be high, then the labor or the unemployed who are living in a rural area, okay, or in the village, then he has the opportunity to works in their industrialist. Okay, so then the peoples who are living in a rural area, then he migrate from rural area to urban area, so he get employed, one benefit. And second benefit, the demand of a rural peoples also increases. Okay, so there are huge number of benefits when the agriculture production will increase. Okay, and we know that the first is the employment sources, second is the export, through export we get a huge amount of foreign exchange, and third is the third when we talk about a third, that is the inflation. Okay, agriculture sector is also play a vital role on inflation. As we all know that inflation means the pricing, means the general price level rising. Suppose when the production will be a sufficient amount or at a great level, then the okay, so when the production will be boom or the great level, then the production will be distributed at each corner of the country. Okay, then there is a no deficit, so the inflation will be also controlled. Okay, so agriculture sector is also play a vital role on inflations and the export and the employment sources. And fourth but not the least, that is the rural development. Okay, so this is the rural development, inflations, employment sources, and the agro-based industries. That's why our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced a many scheme related to the agriculture sectors or its allied activities like the horticulture, floriculture, livestock, fisheries, etc., etc. Okay, so that's why agriculture sectors play a vital role in our economy for this perspective point of view. Okay, thank you very much.